Hey Scorpio, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning November 30th through to December the 6th. Now, I wanted to touch base further on this full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini. We did talk about it briefly last week. Eclipse energies go deep and span wide. They can last, they can influence us for a couple of weeks. And certainly it tells a much bigger story. This is the first Gemini eclipse that we've had in almost 20 years. And Gemini is now leading the North Node. So there's this ecliptical cycle, this theme that will continue for the next couple of years, okay? Now, I wanted to focus the weekly readings for each of the zodiacs, going by the house that this eclipse will be transiting for you. Now, as a Scorpio, this transits your 8th house. 8th house rules all things sex, taboo, taxes, and deep soul entanglements and toxins, okay? So that can get quite complex. It certainly is very, you guys rule the 8th house. So this is something that comes naturally to you anyhow, okay? You and you alone, Scorpio, will know in yourself what it is that you are eclipsing that comes with this 8th house flavor. It could be a story that spans as much as 20 years. It could be your retrograde story for this year. But certainly many Scorpios might be noticing these 8th house themes over the next couple of weeks or in the lead up to this eclipse, okay? But I'm going to pull some tarot to see if that might confirm a few things for you guys, and then I'll also pull a crystal card for healing suggestions, okay? 8th house is all about, it's the rites of passage, and that can come at any moment in our life. The last time you felt like this, when you were starting a relationship, starting a new career, ending a significant relationship, experiencing grief, being reborn again, okay? That phoenix rising energy is what the 8th house is all about, and it's about transcending that which we would consider darkness, shadow, anything that has limited us. And certainly lunar eclipse energy, Scorpio, is all about removing the blindfolds, okay? Solar eclipses help us focus on the future, where to from here, giving us those aha moments. Lunar eclipses are very much about illuminating us and taking away blindfolds, okay? So what are the last dregs that need to be cleared energetically, if you like, in these 8th house themes for you that can apply across the board in relationships, in your relationship with self, in your healing journey, these themes and patternings that happen in dynamics, career choices, the roles that we play, okay? So it can get quite complex. Underneath the deck is you, my friend, the King of Cups. He's shown up for quite a lot of the zodiacs this week. The King of Cups is our emotions, and more importantly, this is emotional mastery, okay? Each of the suits in the tarot teach us and take us on a journey, and certainly the cups are all about the emotional body. No one is unfamiliar with how our society has perhaps taught us to repress emotions. We have this fear-based relationship with our emotions in many ways, but maybe not you, Scorpio. Scorpions are very much familiar with how the depths feel and where that actually takes us, okay? There's something else entirely that happens when we reach a mastery level in our emotional body, in our emotional world. But they too are the creators of our future. We use our emotions to fuel our manifestation energy, okay? Underneath the deck is the King of Cups. This might be you connecting into you in your highest element. You might be connecting into another water sign, so Cancer and Pisces are there as well, Scorpio. This certainly talks about emotions not talked about, okay, is what I do want to say. Where do you feel you are at home in holding these depths, these 8th house taboo realms of self, okay? This is about going deep. This is about the part that you don't share and show other people necessarily, just because you guys are comfortable in the depths, in this 8th house water, essence and energy. It doesn't mean that everyone else is. And sometimes we get to a point in our journeys where we become so accustomed of traveling that path alone. It takes quite a lot of bravery to share space with another, yeah? Awakening energy, manifestation energy, and grief energy, okay? What is it about this 8th house energy that something needs to be torn down and let go? What is it that is taboo for you? What is it that you don't speak about or share necessarily? These are the hidden desires, fantasies, fears even, okay? what needs to be the phoenix rising. But first, before it rises, what needs to be crumbling down? Maybe you've been doing a lot of this soul work, a lot of this healing, a lot of this getting to the heart of the matter, okay? About anything. It could be to do with love. It could be to do with how you hold space for your emotions, how you don't share your emotional self with just anyone, okay? It could be how you've been holding this grief energy. There's something here trying to shine its way into your life, a new opportunity, a new chapter, a new version of you. And I feel at the heart of all this, Scorpio, you and you alone will know how you manifest from love, or how you can manifest from fears, and how our emotions and emotional world really are the river that guides that. Okay? Something here about bringing completely to the ground and starting from scratch a vision that you had for yourself, your life, a plan, even belief structures, okay, that you've held for a long time. Because you're working with manifestation energy, something old had to go because it wasn't working. It wasn't manifesting this ideal, this next level of you. Perhaps you've been using this year to navigate the waters of yesterday and looking at how those perceptions have been developed through religion, through family values, through society, through past experiences of pain and grief and loss. We could certainly navigate and manifest in life fueled by the energy of grief and loss. Why start again? Why open my heart again? Why bother trying again? If I've been betrayed, if I've lost, if I've had to grieve, you know, to open to trust and love, and to start any new chapter. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a relationship, something that resonates to my heart. There is always a risk of loss. None of us start anything thinking something's going to end, yeah? There's been this focus on the losses, and maybe that is what had to come crumbling down, because it is time to manifest. There's a bigger part of you, Scorpio, that actually wants to bring in the new. The Three of Wands is the manifestation of this reality. And maybe I'm connecting to many Scorpios that see in themselves and in their patterning and in their whole life even. If you've had even something as simple as a certain belief system and how that has actually manifested in form for you. And has that manifestation energy been fueled from a lack mentality, a fear of loss mentality? Or has it been fueled by this emotional harmony and maturity? The King of Cups, by the time we obviously get to the King and Queen of Cups, they've reached their royalty status. They've mastered what that suit represents. This is about a journey of emotional mastery and everything it has ever taught you in how you manifest love, how you open to love, how you trust, how you share space with anyone else to show them what's in there, okay? Because the new is wanting, like there's an opportunity here, and that's what this has been about. How do I make space for the new? How do I create room for the new if my hands are still full of yesterday's stuff? Let's pull a crystal card. I could talk forever with you guys. You have Varicide, okay? I was pulling this last week a couple of times as well in some readings. Perception, perceptive, timelessness, and virtuous, all right? Let's take a look. Seeing beyond the mundane brings us into focus. Brings this stone into focus. It opens our vision to the unity of the past, present, and future, and enables us to shine a light on the impact of our actions and our emotions, okay? In this way, it effortlessly opens our conscious mind to the need for rightful action. It illuminates the need for virtue and moral courage that comes from a deep love of humanity. Really beautiful. Varicide sustains us in our fight against despair, especially that has been brought on by illness. It helps both the invalid and the carer to maintain hope and encourage healing. Drawing this card signifies a need to be still and open to understanding and being true to the self. Release pretense and pretensions and let your inner self shine out. Very powerful, because this really ties into that 8th house energy, Scorp, where we are allowing ourselves to share space at the deepest recesses of who we are. When it comes to who you are at your highest level, how you hold space for your emotions, your emotional world, the deeper feelings you have about anything in your life. How often do you open up and share that with someone? And is it time to really do that? There's an opportunity here that I'm seeing, okay? Watch what happens in the next 3 weeks as far as deep transformations and a final letting go of the old you, old version of self, beliefs, and the ways in which that created a reality, okay? And a sense of emotional experience. All right. Hope you got something out of that, Scorpio. Head on above to the bio link if you're wanting to book a personal reading with me. If you're watching on YouTube, you can find that same link in the description box below. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, please do like, share, and subscribe. Hope you got something out of that, Scorp. Until next time, have an empowered week, my friend. Take care.